Hey, wonderful. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super pumped you are here. And I'm looking to pop over into, there we go, making sure we're all good. So today what we're going to talk about is what's the number one thing holding you back from becoming a coach? And let me tell you the truth. This is one of those things that you could say, whether it's holding you back from being a coach, whether it's holding you back from expanding your current practice or your current business. You could look at this in a variety of ways. I probably could have easily named this, like, what the hell is holding you back from your life? And today, I want to give you some strategies and to help you overcome this. But first, I want you to embody. So I've been thinking about this all day today, and I've been thinking about you and how daring and bold. Not only do you need to be, but I know you want to be, so that you can have that dream life, that you can have that amazing business, that amazing life, that amazing self-concept, right? That amazing self-concept, that amazing, deep reverence and respect for yourself that you may not actually be experiencing right now. And so if you are live, I want you to be like, hey, Mary. And if you're watching the replay, I want you to say, daring. I want you to say this. I'm daring. Because that's what I want for you. And that's what I know you want for yourself. So we're going to talk a little bit about strategy and logistics and all that kind of good stuff. But the thing I know to be true is the number one thing holding you back, the very first thing, hey Sandra, the very first thing holding you back from having literally everything that you want in your life is you, ready, here it is, deciding that you are all in. Deciding that you are all in. Deciding you are a woman of your word, even if you've let yourself down a million times before, and you can sell me on all of the failures that you've had. Deciding that you're all in. Deciding that you are committed. Deciding on what you want, and deciding you will go for it until you bring it forth. Not deciding that, I'm going to go for this coaching business, but now it's hard and I don't like it. No. Deciding that you are going to learn maybe for the very first time. Hi. Thanks for saying hi, everybody. Maybe for the very first time, you are going to decide that you're going to be someone who follows through. You're going to decide that when things get a little challenging, you are going to press. You're going to decide that you're going to allow yourself to feel uncomfortable with your expansion and growth. You're going to decide that you're willing to be daring and courageous. You're going to decide on actually what the hell you want out of your life, because maybe, just maybe, you've never decided before what you've wanted. So even though this could be titled, this is the number one thing holding you back from becoming a coach, it's really the number one thing that's holding you back from everything that you want in your life is that decision. Because what happens is two things. One is in that moment of decision of it's like a slap. It's like a crash. The universe is starts churning and looking for those opportunities for you. Looking to make those opportunities apparent. And what also happens is, oh my God, your freak out comes up, right? Remember we've talked about this, your fear that comes up. That's like, oh my God, you can't do that. Oh my God, what are they going to think? Oh my God, she's totally going to think. What do you think you're doing? Wanting to be, who do you think you are wanting to make millions of dollars? Who do you think you are that you could be helping all kinds of people all over the globe? It's all this chitter chatter. right? It's all that internal thoughts that really are doing, like, they've done such a beautiful job. Let's be in reverence for them. That your fear, let's honor your fear, right? Your fear has kept you safe. Your fear, you developed your fear somewhere along the way when somebody told you, no, that's not a good idea, and laughed in your face and made you, you interpreted it, that thinking about it, and then chose to feel like shit about it, like crap about it. And so when you decide, two things happen. The universe is looking to make your dream come true. And then there's this other pull from your fears that are like holding you back. And then what happens, right? It's like when all those like worries come up, then you start like feeling like this. And then your behavior is like you don't follow through, and you self-sabotage, and you procrastinate, and you don't pick up the phone, and you don't really go for it. And you're like, well, I don't really know. And you get into that place. And then the results happen. And guess what? The results that your big dream isn't coming true. And so then you validate that inner worry, fear stuff. You validate it. You validate it because you didn't follow through. And then you're like, see, that shit didn't work after all, even though you really didn't do anything about it because you were in fear and procrastination. See what I mean? See how this all works? The cool thing about how this works is you have a choice. You can decide today's a different day. You can decide what follow through looks like for you in your life and in your business. You get to choose. Because look, if you don't decide what you want out of your life, someone else is busy making a decision for you. And what does that look like? Let's get clear on this, right? When you don't really make a concrete decision and follow a path, what happens is someone else will decide for you. And what that looks like is maybe you work for somebody, right? And they're like, you need to come in this weekend. Right? Maybe you always acquiesce to your mother-in-law. Every Sunday night, you got to go over there and eat dinner, even though you hate doing that. And you just don't say no, because you've never really decided what yes looks like for you. What does yes look like for you? Put it in the comments below. What does yes look like for you? Like one thing that is like an all-in, yes, I want this. What does that look like to you? Let me pull up the comments area. Here we go. What does that look like? A big, bold yes. And when I say that it's as simple as making a decision, do you feel like, Mary, that's why? Or are you really in a place of reality and truth about that? Let me go on. One of the things too is when you make a decision and you back it up with courage, even in the face of your fears, then it gets you out of victim mode. So many of my clients and so many women in my courses, they are in victim mode. And I know none of us like to be called a victim. We don't like to think that we're posturing as a victim. But what this looks like is you selling the world on all your drama and trauma of why you can't have what you say you want. You choose to put yourself as a victim to circumstance when the reality is the circumstance is just a circumstance. You get to choose on what your interpretation of that is. You get to choose that. Instead of saying, let me give you a couple examples. I can't, because I've got my life coaching people and I've got my, business people. And so for those of you who are thinking about coaching, let me just say this too. How many of you have had coaching? Like, how many of you have had life coaching or worked with a high-end coach? Because this is what I want you to know. One of the number one things holding, the other thing that's holding you back that goes with the decision, right? So let's say you decide you're going to be a coach. You decide that you're going to, figure out who you want to work with and how much you want to charge and where those people are. If you have never invested, whether it's me or somebody else, in coaching, why is it that you think you're going to be able to sell it? Why is it that you think you're going to be able to articulate the benefits of it if you have never experienced it? If you don't believe in the value for yourself, how can you convey the value to someone else? Right? Like, let me say this again, because I know some of you are like, wait a minute, I don't really need coaching, and I don't really believe. What are you doing to continue to grow personally? You know, coaching, whether it's a life coach, relationship coach, mindset coach, transformational coach, success coach, wellness coach, you know, any of that, that is all about growth, personal development, expansion. If you want to be a coach, you need to be of that same mindset that you want to expand yourself. You want to grow. You want more. You want to invest in yourself. You believe in the value of investing in yourself. It doesn't make any sense at all for people to want to become coaches who have never been coached. Like, it doesn't make one bit of sense. And when you can remove the, like, I don't know about that, Mary, I don't like you saying that. When you can get out of that place and get into, like, bold truth, hashtag bold truth. If you fail to invest in yourself for growth and personal expansion, you will not succeed. You will not succeed in developing a coaching practice. Like, that's easy for me to tell you that. You may talk some people into working with you for a little while, but you'll be very limited. See, part of your income is in direct proportion to your growth. Like, if you're here and you're like, I don't need that coaching. I don't need to be life coached or business coached, Mary. And this is where you are at your level. That's all the further you're ever going to grow. You're putting your own self-imposed ceiling, glass ceiling. If you're not growing so that the clients that you want to attract, the high-paying, go-getting, all-in clients, compared to my therapy clients who only care about the $25 copay and they're really not even committed, and oh my God, I'm exhausted and burnt out and resentful and I see 25 people a week and blah, 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 blah. If you're not willing to elevate who you are as a woman, you cannot expect that you are going to attract in other high-level people who are willing to pay you a high dollar coaching fee. Woo! I'm so serious about this. Let me see about turning the light on. I apologize for my arm there. Do you get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, I want you to say, oh my God, you're totally right. I need to think about what am I doing personally to expand myself. You can't sell something you don't value. And if you do, you're just as bad as all of those other therapists who are diagnosing people erroneously only to get paid by insurance. That's fraud. That's bullcrap. Do you get it? Do you see what I'm saying? If you are diagnosing people who really probably don't need a diagnosis because you're maybe counseling them a little bit or you're, because the only way you get paid is through insurance, and you choose to take people on and give them some like unspecified diagnosis, which is a bunch of crap. You're not growing. Who are you? Don't do that. That's lying. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. So about you investing in your own growth. Every successful person I know, and every successful book I've read, and every successful coach I've hired, and every successful entrepreneur out there, whether it's people on Shark Tank or, whatever, Microsoft, Bill Gates, blah, 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 whatever. The truth is that they are investing in themselves. You would never expect an athlete to not have a coach. You would never expect an athlete to be like, well, I really can't figure this out, or I'm good. I know everything. I'm good. There's nothing for me to know. When you're not hiring your own, and when you're not hiring your own coach so that you can experience that, when you're not in a process of personal development and personal growth, coaching probably is not the field for you. I'm going to just say it. I've never said that before because I don't want to just be too on a rant, but I don't care. I mean, I don't care, because I think about all those clients out there, all those people out there who are looking for coaches, who want a coach, who's doing her own inner work. If I didn't have my own coach and I didn't have my own business consultant to help me, what the hell would y'all think? Right? I mean, let's get in reality. If I was like, well, I'm not really making any money, but come on, everybody, I can show you how to make money, but I don't know how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I've never grown. I've never expanded past my limiting crap from my background growing up in an apartment with people who've never even been to college before, let alone all the degrees I have. Like, if I haven't done my own work, would you want to hire me? Would you want to? Timing is everything. What does that mean, Jessica? What does timing mean? Hiring somebody or your own personal growth, right? Or making that decision. I want to ask you, this is the other thing. It's like, really, like, how are you showing up? How are you showing up with your current clients? How are you showing up? Have you decided that you are going to become even more proficient in how you do things? And I know that so many of you have so many skills and you actually do not know how to transition. In my personal growth, the time is now. Yay, I'm so glad that you're here. I hope this is really resonating with you. And I agree, there is something about when that moment comes, that decision moment in time. That's when we're open to it. And that's the same way it is with your clients, right? Or your prospective coaching clients. The timing is there. But this is the good news. I want to share about this, Jessica. The good news is when you understand who your ideal client is, you will become better at marketing to that person when they are in their now place. Right? When they are in their now place. Because we know, as therapists too, people come to the table, people knock on our door when they are in that now place. I'm not going to get into advanced marketing, but there is something about also planting seeds for longevity. When I work with my clients, I really like to teach them omnipresence, meaning like you continue to show up and you're marketing, you're speaking to people who are in the now place, right? Where they're like, I want a solution. I need to find the answer. Who can I hire? What help can I get? And you're also planting seeds for when that Sally Jane 6 months from now, a year from now, 3 months from now, tomorrow is ready, right? That's what builds a strong foundation. I was just sharing with my private clients, and actually I will put it in the group. Actually, the last couple of days, I've gotten 3 different emails, 2 from LinkedIn, 2 on LinkedIn and 1 email from people who have just followed me and this has made an impact with them. So it's not necessarily always about in that moment hiring somebody. Actually, 1 was a former customer. But it's not always in that moment of hiring somebody, but it is in that decision place. Like, how much are you in love with your own goal? That is the thing that's holding you back. Deciding that come hell or high water, you're all in, whatever it takes. Deciding what you really want and you don't care what other people think. Like, you have to be detached with what your mother is going to think about you showing up on Facebook. You have to be detached from your ex-husband who's saying, what's this coaching thing? You have to be detached even from your own spouse or your lover or your partner who is like, I don't know. I thought you were going to be a therapist because therapists have status, right? You have to be detached from anyone else's dreams for you. Because until you decide what you want, until you decide come hell or high water, all of those people are running your life. You may not think so, but let me tell you, if you have a goal and a desire and a want, and then your mom is like, well, I don't really know. That Facebook Live wasn't that big of a deal. Actually, this is a true thing. So I'm telling you the truth. Like, this happened to a client. This happened actually to a customer, a new client, actually this morning, where they were just like, oh, showing up on live. It's like a hurdle for them because they were concerned about what other people said. And what's going to happen? Well, fortunately, they're like, I help them break through that, right? But for everyone else who's watching who is thinking like, holy crap, I could never do that. I could never do that. It's because you are more concerned about what other people think about your big dream than you are about your thinking about it. You're more committed to what other people think about you and your amazing big dream that you can make happen. You're more committed to what they think about you than what you think about you. So today, I want to challenge you to make a decision. Get off the fence. Stop with your like, well, I don't know. Stop. Decide you're going to go for it and you're going to be all in or not. You know, I know that some of you know I have a new course coming out called Transition to Coaching, the Foundations course. And I also designed this course to help people have like massive mind-blowing mindset transformations while giving them the ABC 1, 2, 3 starter steps to build the true foundation within their business. And let me tell you, I know that there's going to be people that take that course and at the end of that, they're going to be like, maybe I don't want to be a coach. But who cares? They've decided. See, a lot of times it's like you've decided that you want to be a coach and you don't know what that even entails. So it feels overwhelming. So decide you're going to be a coach and that you're going to learn what you need to do to build a coaching business. And then if you need to decide something different or pivot, you are doing it with knowledge. It's like, decide to go for it. Stop wishing, wanting, praying, hoping that you're going to glean a bunch of information from all kinds of freebie stuff like this. Obviously, in my Facebook group, there's tons of how-tos, how to develop a program, tons. It's that moment you decide that you're going to get real support around that. I'm going to put the link in here. Actually, put the link down below, #foundations. And let me tell you, the first to know is getting ready to, the first to know list will be over the next couple of days. We'll get a special rate that I have for the first to know people. So if you're watching this past the first to know, I'm sorry. It's still valuable, super valuable, and I want you to take it. It's like it is the best course without a doubt for each and every one of you who want to build a foundation in your business, no matter what it looks like. It's for every single one of you who want to shatter your limiting thoughts and beliefs and doubts. It's for you to actually be a student of the teaching and use that in your own coaching practice. Like, hello. So if you're interested in the foundations, just #foundations. I'll send you the link. You can be on the first to know or find out a little bit more about what the program entails. I will put that information in here. And today I want to challenge you. Go decide. Take some time before the night is over and sit down and make a decision, and make it from a place of who you want to be and not from where you are today. Let me say that again. When you're making these big decisions, make them from the woman, the future self who's screaming to be let out. Make it from her perspective, not from your limited, because you don't know. Like in reality, logically, you don't know what you don't know. So don't decide from this place. Decide from where you want to be. That's how you manifest things. That's how you create things. That's how you get results. Do you think, like the other day, Tiger Woods, like finally after 14 years, finally won, I think the Masters again or some title. He was all in. How much mindset crap do you think he had to overcome? Like he was the golf baby child guru, and then he had his little fall from grace, and then he had some medical problems. 14 years. Like, how decisive are you about your own dreams? If you're not holding on to them tight, no one is going to. In fact, somebody's going to try and rip that shit right out of your hand. Now, Go make a decision. Meet me in my Facebook group if you're not already in there. #foundation so that you can find out about the very best course for you transitioning, whether full-time or as a side gig. The very best course called the Foundations course, which is going to give you that jump start. It's not all the deep, crazy, advanced marketing. It's truly the foundations, 3 core foundations to have in your business that not only have I used, but all my private clients who have gone on to do mind-blowing things, right? They blew their own mind, which is so totally cool. I love that. All right. I will see you soon, and I will send you some information about foundations. And remember, look, you have all the power of the universe within you. If another single human being on the face of the earth is doing what you want to do, you also can do it. If there's one other Sally Jane on the face of the planet who is doing what you want to do, you can do that. Believe me, clinical social worker, home health, every psych unit imaginable, behavioral trainer, Johns Hopkins, private practice. Like, I never thought of coaching. I was going to do coaching because, my God, those coaches, they're just therapist wannabes. And then I got into like business mode and I saw the opportunities. Coaching is the number 2 fastest growing industry, second only to technology. Why wouldn't you want a piece of that? There are people looking for the solution that only you have to offer, like right now, man. This is like so awesome. Do you get it? Like, there's never been a better time in the face of the earth to be a woman and we can reach people everywhere. I am not restricted by my state of Oregon. I have literally clients all over the world. It's like amazing. Decide you're willing to take a chance. Somebody said to me today, well, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. We all have failed until we didn't any longer. We all have failed. We all have failed forward. We all have failed until we didn't fail anymore. We've all had bad marriages until we didn't have bad marriages anymore. You know, John's my third husband, by the way. We've all lost 50 pounds or whatever, 20 pounds until we learned we didn't lose it anymore. We kept it off. We have all failed. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not go for it? Like, are you 100? What are your options? Your option is to decide right now, in this moment, that you're willing to go all in. Okay, clearly I can go on about it because I'm so pumped for you, and I'm pumped out of my mind for this Foundations course. Transition to Coaching, the Foundations course. It's these bite-sized nuggets so that you can take action steps to build success. It's no other course that's designed for mental health, wellness practitioners, therapists, and professionals is like this. And I know. So, okay, go make it a great night. Decide. Give yourself the opportunity to grow beyond your wildest dreams. This is Mary Bicknell, and I will talk to you later.